What exactly is the treasure of Mary Geoise, the one Imu stole from Davy D. Jones, seizing the throne that was meant to be his? That single question alone reveals something terrifying, a grand betrayal hidden behind the dark curtain of the world government, a betrayal that reshaped history itself and redrew the map of the world. It's commonly believed that Imu was the one who led the 20 kings against the ancient kingdom, but the deeper truth suggests otherwise. The real mastermind might have been Davy D. Jones himself. In legend, Davy Jones was the cursed pirate who sank into the depths after being betrayed by the sea goddess Calypso, the woman he truly loved. She promised to reunite with him after 10 years, yet broke that vow. In his rage, he tried to kill her, but she cursed him instead, dooming him to eternal torment beneath the sea. But what if that myth wasn't just a tale? What if it actually mirrors what happened in the One Piece world? Imu may have once been connected to Davy D. Jones, perhaps even loved him, before betraying him when her ambition outweighed her loyalty. She turned him into a demon, killed him, and stole his treasure, using it to rise to power and dominate the world. That very treasure became known as the treasure of Mary Geoise, the same mysterious secret Doflamingo hinted at multiple times, but no one dared to uncover its true nature. And the evidence for this theory? It's scattered throughout history. In Water 7, we learned that Frankie possessed blueprints for a weapon capable of countering the legendary Pluton. That detail alone proves that in the age of the ancient kingdom, people feared its power, so much so that scientists and kings conspired to create counterweapons to balance the scales of destruction. If, as Vegapunk said, the One Piece is the ultimate weapon that can grant control over the world, then it's very possible that the treasure of Mary Geoise is its opposite, a weapon built to stop it. A weapon that once belonged to Davy D. Jones before Imu stole it and used it to forge her reign over the world. The clearest proof of this ancient conflict between Davy and Imu appears in chapter 1164. When Rox declared, "Davy Jones is the name of the former king of the world," Imu snapped back with fury. "You have no right to speak of what happened between Mo and Davy." That single line says it all, a buried story of blood, betrayal, and curses. It hints at an ancient pact, a secret alliance between Imu and Davy, forged to overthrow the ancient kingdom, one that eventually ended in one betraying the other. But what the flow of history reveals is that their connection went far beyond mere politics. It was a bond of power and spiritual dominance. See, there's a fundamental difference between Imu and Mo. Imu is the vessel, the physical host. Mo, however, is the entity, the consciousness that possesses and controls. And it's very likely that Imu stole the Mo fruit from Davy D. Jones. This mythical Zoan fruit known as the Earth Sovereign was the true source of Davy's power, granting immortality, demonic strength, and control over the physical world itself. When Imu witnessed that power, she desired it. She stole it, turned it against him, and used its might to curse, kill, and consume the very man who once ruled the seas. From there, she seized both his treasure and his weapon, becoming the illegitimate heir to a force that was never meant to be hers, a power originally destined to reshape humanity's fate. And if you piece the clues together, it all starts to make sense. Davy D. Jones wasn't the villain history painted him to be. He was a visionary, a man seeking to overthrow the tyrants of the ancient kingdom and rebuild the world anew. He gathered the 20 kings, revealed to them the weapon he possessed, and showed them the power of the Mo fruit, the key to eternity. But among them was Imu, watching from the shadows, waiting for her moment. When it came, she betrayed him, took his fruit, his weapon, and even his will, turning the very kings who once followed Davy into her puppets. And from that betrayal, the tragedy of the world began. The true story buried beneath centuries of lies. Davy D. Jones became the cursed demon of the depths, his name drowned with his ship, while Imu rose from his shadow to become the ruler of all. It's also possible that after Imu ate the Mu fruit, she was no longer truly herself, because mythical zone fruits aren't fully controlled by their users. Instead, they slowly take control of them. Over time, the will of the creature inside the fruit consumes the human host, until the user becomes nothing more than a vessel. That's what might have happened to Imu. She became nothing but a puppet of Mu, the entity itself, the one now steering the world toward its ultimate goal, the creation of a demonic realm, a new order ruled by darkness and the power of immortality. And standing against that plan is the D lineage, the final free bloodline, the last remaining force still capable of defying that infernal design and keeping the balance of the world intact. In the end, the war between the ancient kingdom and the world government was never just a clash between lost science and new authority. It was the echo of an eternal betrayal, one that began deep beneath the waves between Imu and Davy D. Jones. A story of a stolen treasure, a usurped throne, and a demon unleashed to devour the world.